Hello everyone, welcome to Achievers IAS classes. Let's begin our discussion on the current events of 19th June 2018. The first issue in news is an editorial regarding the recent power crisis in National Capital Territory Delhi. The ruling Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi has a history of confrontation with the centre on the question of who is the administrative head of the region. But the immediate provocation for the recent dharna of the Delhi Chief Minister is due to the tussle with the bureaucracy. The crisis, however, is rooted in the understanding of the constitutional limits of the elected government in the National Capital Territory of Delhi, which, unlike other states, has limited powers in matters of land, police, and law and order. Therefore, since the party came to power in 2015, it has been demanding for the status of a full-fledged state for Delhi, thereby leading to differences between the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi and the elected government there. This is the basic issue, and a question in the mains examination has already been asked on the 69th constitutional amendment, which is regarding the powers of the government of Union Capital Territory of Delhi. What is important to note here is the politics of protest adopted by the Delhi government is putting governance at risk because instead of mounting a legal challenge to the centre's effort of limiting the powers of the Delhi government, the Delhi Chief Minister has responded politically to the issue, and such dharnas will not address the underlying causes with respect to powers of the Delhi government. The central government also should work jointly with the Delhi government for the welfare of its citizens, and all the stakeholders should learn to make the best of the system before demanding for more autonomy. On that note, let's move on to the next issue, which is regarding the National Testing Agency to be set up by the Ministry of Human Resource Development to relieve the Central Board of Secondary Education from the burden of conducting multiple examinations. The National Testing Agency is expected to conduct some of the examinations that the CBSE has been conducting till now, except for Class 10 and Class 12 board examinations. Also, examinations like the Joint Entrance Exam for admission to engineering colleges and the National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test for admission to medical colleges will be transferred to the National Testing Agency, and in this regard, the paper setters would be trained to set better question papers and provide better model answers. The creation of the National Testing Agency was approved by the Union Cabinet in November last year with a one-time grant of Rs 25 crore, but it is supposed to become financially self-sustainable in the coming years. The next issue news is regarding the flood warning system which is being developed by the Union Water Resource Ministry in association with tech giant Google. Accordingly, if there are any signs of imminent flood, a Google Maps user will be able to see what regions are likely to see water logging and if their neighborhood is under threat. This is different from the current system where the Central Water Commission issues warnings of flood based on the rising water levels in the reservoirs and if these are close to the dam's danger marks. Last year, it also began a trial program to give 3-day flood forecasts with inputs from the Indian Meteorological Department. With regards to the system being developed with the tech giant Google, the experimental version of the exercise is likely to begin this monsoon and will be offered free of cost as part of the company's corporate social responsibility. With that, let's move on to the next issue, which is regarding a 3-day consultation meeting between the Indian and US experts ahead of the first ahead meeting of Ministers of External Affairs and Defense with the US counterparts, which are called as the 2+2 discussions. According to the officials, the key focus areas of the meeting is regarding finding a breakthrough in concluding the Communications Compatibility and Security Agreement, which is one of the 4 foundational agreements which helps the US to intensify its defense cooperation with a partner nation. While India has already signed the General Security of Military Information and the Logistic Exchange Memorandum of Agreement, it is yet to sign the Communications Compatibility and Security Agreement and the Cooperation Agreement for Geospatial Cooperation. Apart from these foundational agreements, the US is also keen on a broad-based intelligence sharing agreement with India as the two countries have expanded their counter-terror cooperation. The most significant of the foundational agreements is the Logistic Exchange Memorandum of Agreement, which gives both the nations access to each other military facilities, and the Communications Compatibility and Security Agreement, which is coming up for discussion, transfer of encrypted communication systems and is a key requirement for the US to share high-tech military hardware. Successive Indian governments have been wary of giving in to US demands and have raised concerns over some of the clauses of the agreement on which both sides would discuss in the consultation meeting, and it remains to be seen if the Defense Technology and Trade Initiative, which was announced by the US, designating India as a major defense partner, which has not made any progress so far, will take off in the days to come. The final issue in news today is regarding the Mammal Citizen Science Project, which was conducted in rural Maharashtra by the Bombay Natural History Society, aimed at promoting conservation activities at the grassroots level through the collection of scientific information by children. As part of the project, camera traps were set up by school children, thereby capturing the wildlife in the surrounding area, including big cats like tiger, leopards, etc. The program was started in the year 2015, with similar initiatives being conducted in Mexico and the US. It is an interesting exercise to instill the values of conservation in children, and it can be quoted as an example in any question on wildlife protection activities. On that note, I call it a wrap on today's news analysis. Do share this content if you like it. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.